Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Jyotirmayananda channel. We focus on spirituality, a journey to self-realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings of the scriptures and enjoy daily satsang with us. We are currently exploring the book The Art of Positive Feeling, authored by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. We are currently studying the topic of pride or mother. Mind is a form of divine energy, and it is necessary that an aspirant use that energy with respect. If you use your mental energy properly and see that your mind is kept relaxed and cheerful day by day, then nature flows through that mind, creating wonders. You begin to think powerful thoughts that you never imagined before were even possible. You begin to enjoy highly sublime feelings and sentiments. Through that mind, you begin to discover what is really meant by universal love and non-violence. That mind becomes truly healthy and serves as a source of immense inspiration for yourself and others. When you acquire a mind such as that, a mind permeated by the blessed meekness referred to by Lord Jesus, you inherit the earth. You become the master of all circumstances, conditions, and developments within the material world around you. None of these can pressure your mind any longer. Like a lotus, you bloom above all the conditions of the lake of the world and remain untouched by them. Like a swan, you sport in the lake of the world, but at any moment you can shake your wings, throw off the water particles, and fly away. Thus, when true meekness arises, you attain dominion over the material matter. The world of matter does not matter anymore. In Vedantic terminology, you triumph over Maya or cosmic illusion and are no longer tempted by worldly values. The abundance of the earth is for the desireless, not for the man with desires. When a person approaches the objects of the world with desire, he becomes a slave to them. The objects begin to overpower the person, and it becomes impossible for him to possess them in the true sense. Desires create slavery to the objects of the world, and a slavish mentality degrades the soul. But in the case of true meekness, the soul submits itself to God alone. It is not tied to the objects through the strings of desires. Therefore, it recovers its mastery over the earth. It rules matter, it commands circumstances, and it acquires a supreme victory with echoes, with an immeasurable sense of inner triumph. The Song of Saint Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Speaking at the qualities of the saintly people, the great Indian saint Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sang Trino api sudicina tarorapi sahishnuna amaninam manadina sada kirtanam harihi, meaning he who is humbler than a blade of grass and yet more enduring than a mighty tree, he who gives respect to those who lack it, he is ever immersed in singing the praises of the Lord at all times. These words describe the characteristics of great men, men whose spiritual majesty endows them with utter humility and powerful endurance. Just as blades of grass bend willingly and without complaint beneath the feet of those who walk upon them, a man of true meekness submits himself joyfully to the unfoldment of the divine will, just as a mango tree gives its sweet fruit to the child who throws stones at its branches, or a sandalwood tree gives its exquisite fragrance to the very axe with which it was struck. A man of true meekness radiates a spontaneous tolerance and endurance under all circumstances. A man of true humility ever delights in making others feel happy and contented. Because of the spiritual strength that flows to him from within his own heart, he does not seek to draw from others any consolation or sustenance or praise for himself. Rather, he spontaneously showers others with honor, support, and encouragement. One who has reached great spiritual heights experiences such an overpowering sense of internal expansion that ego spontaneously loses all its importance. His mind then flows spontaneously to God at all times. How graciously the tree bows down. There is another saying in Sanskrit, Namanti falino vrikshaha. A tree that is laden with fruit bows down. The implication of this saying is that when prosperity comes to you, when you are endowed with the blessing of life, humility should develop. If prosperity makes one conceited, that prosperity is unhealthy prosperity, envenomed prosperity, like tasty food which has deadly poison in it. One who is truly humble and prosperous becomes a flawless instrument in the divine hands, without ever thinking to take the credit for the miraculous results achieved by the cosmic will working through him. How great is this work that I have done is never asserted by one who has attained the blessed state of meekness or humility. In the overflowing sense of fulfillment that accompanies his mental expansion, he knows that it is not the ego, but the divine will that works through human beings, producing great wonders. This episode, The Pride of Gods Humbled. The following dramatic story, adapted from Kena Upanishads, shows how all the gods in the heaven, learnt a powerful lesson in humility. The play takes place in heaven, where gods move in aerial cars and enjoy celestial glories. There, no one grows old and no one is subject to death. There, flowers do not fade and youth does not depart. There, music floods the atmosphere. Rivers of honey flow abundantly, and the kalpaka, wish-yielding tree, bears the objects of all desires. There in the heavenly world, great gods such as Indra, Agni, Vayu, Varuna, and others attained victory over terrible demons, and each is puffed up with pride and bragging about his greatness. As our scene opens, Indra is seated on the throne of God, carrying a mace and a thunderbolt. The other gods are gathered around him. Fire god Agni has a halo of fire. Wind god Vayu has a halo of clouds and wind. Water god Varuna carries a halo of water. There are other gods as well. Indra says, Verily, we have attained victory by our own might. Recall the power of those demons. They were stronger and more valiant than death. They were unconquerable in the three worlds. We have destroyed them. Look at my arms. How heroically did I fight against those demons. My invincible thunderbolt can destroy the three worlds. The fire god responded, O Indra, you are the king of kings. You are valiant. I too have immense powers. I have burned down great demons. I have broken their magical influence by my luminosity. I can burn down the three worlds by my effulgence. Who can battle against me? I am most powerful. Hari Om Tat Sat. With this, we conclude our satsanga for today, and we will continue this wonderful journey of the gods and their humility, how it was, how gods brought them down from the major aspect of this pride or mada, which is in everyone to different levels. But this story we will continue in tomorrow's satsang. Hari Om Tat Sat.